Hello everyone, this is American Idioms Part 111. This is Part 111 of my American Idioms series, and like the others, I'll provide 5 idioms to you numbered 551 to 555. But first, I'll give you a chance to guess their meanings. Then I'll give you the answers along with an additional example for each new idiom. I also recommend that you pause the video at each question to give yourself some extra time to think of the answers. So, are you ready? Okay, here we go. Number 551. The jury is still out on something. And the example is, the jury is still out on the effects of the chemical spill in the area that occurred last month. Can you guess the meaning? And the answer here is B. No decision or conclusion about something has been reached. So this is similar to a jury if you go to court. If the jury hasn't decided what the outcome would be, if the person would be, let's say, guilty or not guilty, right? They don't have a conclusion yet, or they haven't made a decision yet. So we say the jury is still out on something, or the jury is out on something. In our example here, they're talking about how they're not sure about the effects of this chemical spill, right? They still don't know. They haven't reached a conclusion yet, so the jury is still out. Here's another example. Is a low-carbohydrate diet more healthy for people than other diets? Many experts have said that the jury is still out on this issue. Okay, so the experts haven't decided yet. They haven't come to a conclusion. The jury is still out. And that's how this is used. All right, and now for number 552. Throw one's hat into the ring. And the example is, the governor threw his hat into the ring in the next presidential election with a brief statement on the news last night. Can you guess the meaning? And the answer here is C, to announce that one is going to be competing with others. Just like our example, the governor here is saying that he's going to compete in the next presidential election. He's going to throw his hat into the ring, as we say. All right? And he said this with a statement. Here's another example. By submitting a formal proposal to the government office, their company has thrown its hat into the ring for the new bridge project. All right, so this company is announcing that they are interested in competing in the bid for this new contract, this new bridge contract for the government, right? So they submitted this proposal. They threw their hat into the ring. Got it. Okay, now for number 553. To get canned. And the example is, the engineer got canned after he underbid for the new state highway project. Can you guess the meaning? And the answer here is B, to be dismissed or fired. That's what it means if you get canned. Like our example, the engineer here underbid in this, let's say, competition here for this state highway project, and because of it, he was canned. He was fired. Here's another example. I told my nephew that he would get canned if he missed one more day at work, and I was correct. Now he's looking for another job. All right, so this person's nephew is looking for another job because he got canned. He was fired for missing another day at work. All right, you got it? Okay, and now for number 554. A brush with death. And the example is, ever since my brush with death in my car accident last week, I appreciate life a lot more than ever. Can you guess the meaning? And the answer here is C, an experience in which one almost dies, meaning you nearly get killed, or if you almost die from something. Like in our example, this person was nearly killed in his car accident. All right, he had a brush with death, and now he appreciates life a lot more. Okay, that's what it means if you have a brush with death. Like our next example. My Uncle Pete had a brush with death last week when he almost drowned in the ocean on vacation. All right, so this person's uncle had a brush with death, right? He was nearly killed when he almost drowned in the ocean. Got it? And now for our final idiom, number 555. To put years on someone or something. And the example is, he's only 30, but being an air traffic controller over time has put years on his appearance. Can you guess the meaning? And the answer here is A. Make someone feel or look older. That's what it means if something puts years on someone or something. In our example, we're talking about how this person's job put years on him. Actually, his appearance. He looked older. It put years on him, all this stress from his job. Okay? Here's another example of putting years on a thing. The classic car's faded paint and worn upholstery has put years on its elegance. All right, so this classic car was elegant, but because of the faded paint and the worn upholstery, it didn't appear to be as elegant as it would be if everything was in better shape. Okay, so the elegance of the car was damaged by this faded paint and worn upholstery. Got it? That's all for this video. Thanks again for subscribing, and please like and share the video to support the channel. And remember what I always say, keep practicing. See you next time.